Hi and welcome back. Now I've almost finished pages 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got all this, I've done as much thread painting as I've done. I've stitched all this down. It kind of could be almost complete, but I was looking at this and thinking, oh, it's not really. There's no need for it. Like, why is that patch there? So I found some of these off my friend who does a bit of felting, and I thought that little flower might really be nice there. Now she's given me a whole heap of stuff, as I said in another video. Can't remember if that's before or after this video. But on some of the stuff she had these little felt, like half flowers, little, this is like 2 hearts stitched together, but it could go like that. But anyway, I think one of the things about these sorts of books, they're kind of the sort of thing that if your kids were into them, they'd kind of be really, really happy that they had a memento when you've passed. But I also like, when I look back through them, I have memories of, oh, actually that was from that person. And so for my natural life, however long it may be, hopefully a long time, but who knows, I like being able to look at this. So I'm going to consider that this is finished. Got a lot of interest here. Got quite, well, this whole area is quite interesting. Now, as you may have already seen, I did make some tags the other day, and I had already thought that this would be perfect to go in on this next page. Now, I'm thinking, I've got a bit of glue there, just pull that up. I have been thinking, should I do 2 pages, work on them separate and then put them in on this one? Maybe then the tag goes at the back. I like it. I know it's a tag, it could be in a pocket. I'm not fussed. I think I like it as it is. But if I put it on this back page, which clearly that's what I'm doing, then I can get onto pages 6 and 7 as an off the page double spread. Just kind of holding it down in place so it's not moving along the top. I did love making these tags. I'm going to go across the top and just come down that side of the tag. I do not mind if there's a stitch like that. It's slow stitching, so it's fine. And I'll just find this edge here. It's sort of a bit easier to be stitching it from this side. Just doing a running stitch. Okay, it's definitely easier coming up this edge than it was going around the other edge. All right, so that's our last page done. Now I just have to get some material for this bit. Okay, let's use this stained old hanky. Snotty old hanky. I might cut this so that this is in the corner of the page rather than, let me have a look how it looks too far in. No, I like it moving it out here. Okay, nice rough raggedy-taggedy edge. Now just going to make sure that it's going to come across the whole width. It doesn't matter if it's a bit wider. Now let's just get the height. And that's going to be our base off the page. Oh, you know what? I should have actually cut it a bit lower. I messed that up. Oh well, you know what? We can fix it. We can fix that. We sure can. Because it's the base, it's not going to matter too much if indeed there's another bit up there that is joined on. Like so. I pin this. And now I have my backing to work on for this next 2 pages. Maybe this is where I put Helen's beautiful thing on. I know that now I'm going to have to be aware that if I do something like that, is it going to be annoying in the middle of the book? And I think the button is going to probably dictate what will work. So what if it's out to the edge a bit here? Then that way it'll close. Right, I like that. That's a keeper. Thank you, Helen. It was nice. We were working next to each other and I'm putting in a present from her. How lovely. There. I might do something here. Just a reminder to be careful of this middle bit here. This pen, I got a really much finer one, finer friction pen, 0.05 or 05, but it's a bit spiky. I love gel pens, they go on nicely. My tub of little scrappy doodahs. I never thought about a theme with any of these pages. I was just using beautiful bits of material. Another keepsake, that's from Onette. Green and green. Oh, maybe it's a green theme. One never knows. I love this. Maybe I want to use some of that. And Helen's bit is setting the theme because it's already got a lot of lace. So I'm thinking maybe I don't want a lot more lace. I've got this antique bias binding that I love. I was going to use it on my horsewhip, but it's a bit too thin. Oh, and there's the other bit from Onette. No, I'm not going to. I'll just put the stash there for now. I'll get the things out. I've got a lot of these gorgeous little lacy bits. Maybe I'll try and use that bit. Maybe some, well, that was Rick Rack from Sarah and Rachel's packs. Maybe I just want to try and use a little bit more from the packs, something I wanted to definitely use. I've mixed up a few of my old little tiny scraps in with these, so now I'm seeing other things, getting off the track, getting right off track. Oh, some more of this beautiful pillowcase. Right, so there's a lot of bits of lace that are jumping out at this moment. Maybe that's something I should be putting on, which might be a bit much. All right, let's have a look what we got. Now, I think that's too dark. Do I want to start to put down some bigger bits? That's going to go over the fold. What if this gets a chop, this gets a chop? That was wobbly. And this is something like maybe this way, because if this goes over the fold it might become a bit wibble wobble. I like the idea of putting this down and trying to work around it. All right, so that's there. Maybe something a little bit more solid but neutral, just there. Just got to make sure I get that backing bit. So this could go there. Now I started thinking green and I went right off the green. Mind you, this still might be soft enough to go in. Well, Helen and Juanette are friends, so let's put that there, like that. Now we've got a bit eclectic here, blues and, oh, I just love that. But it's not something I want to cut up and I want to cover up. No, so I love it, but it can't work. All right, so we've got a little bit of this. Maybe that can go there. Oh, I love this. Just love it. Wonder if it will go over here. No, I don't want to cover up. Which side is it? That side. I don't want to cover up Helen's bit, but I also don't see the need for having beautiful bit of broderie there but not seeing it because it's covered. So I need another, love them, but no, something neutral again. This beautiful bit of old doily edge. That'll make the edge be a bit more solid. This is a very thin edge at the moment. All right, I love this. Where's it going? I do want to put it in. Maybe it just has to go here because it's just got a neutral white background there, and maybe has to go under there, and that might need to go over there like that. All right, and that's all right. Just it's a bit wibbly wobbly, but I'll fix it when I'm, I was going to say I'll fix it when I'm stitching, but I'm going to fix it now. Nice fiddly. The fiddle faddle. I love these pins because they're long, so you get everything, but also sometimes them being long is annoying. All right, I'm going to get this over this. What a fiddle faddle. All right, I like that. How are we going to do it? All right, I like that. Doing well so far. All right, there's a little gap here, but that's okay. This is very chunky and textural, and this has got beautiful flowers, and oh, that colour. What if I unpick that? Just yanked it apart. Well, it is a little heart, and it is cute. Two little hearts that are cute. But I don't want to cover this up. However, I don't mind something that's a bit more three-dimensional there. Let's pin it on. Pin this. Pin that. I did want to use a bit of this, but I don't know. Unless it's tucked up under and just poking out a little bit like that. Something like that. It's possibly not, frou-frou's possibly not necessary when I've got this bit from Helen there. Also, I'm not sure, like I really like this, but I'm not sure I want to have it too cluttered up with stitches. I'm already going to have to stitch it down to the background. So maybe if I want to use this, the only option might be something like that. So let's just check it in the book. So it would be like that, across to there. Now that's just moving these pins out the way because I want to shut it and see how that looks. So I don't mind that. I don't mind having this page open and seeing that there. When this page is closed, I don't mind seeing that up there. What about this one? When that page is closed, I definitely don't mind seeing that there. So what I might do is stitch that on under there. So I'll use that row of holes there. But I'm not going to cut this edge yet because I think what I'll do is cut it to match the tag. So when this book's shut, it'll have a little like this. All right, I think we are now ready to stitch. So many beautiful memories, and I'll always think, whenever I open this book, of all the people that are a part of it. All right, I am probably just going to cantha stitch this, so I'm not going to bore everyone with it. I won't cantha stitch this. I'll tell you what I'll do with this. I'll just be doing stitches, just small stitches to get it secured to the backing, like so, and then the rest will be mostly cantha stitch or just little invisible stitches around the edges. All right, so here I am back with my finished page. I've sewn it on. I've already sewn it on to the backing. So I'll just go through it. I've still left this little edge a bit loose. I've put the little heart on and done little cross stitches, little kisses all the way through it. So everything else is, as you saw it, all pinned down and now stitched, other than this little bit of Italian border from Juanette, because I thought it was nice to have that there as well as the green, and then they're all matching up. So this is the way it'll close. And I just wanted to do this last little bit on camera, like so. So I just went straight up. I cut it across and then straight up because it still works. And this is like a little tab almost, this little bit too. So here's the page. A lot of invisible stitches, mostly just sort of bit of running stitch through here and at, you know, at the back, just to hold it down onto the backing. It was easier to sew it off the page, I have to admit, even though I don't mind doing it either way. So this is my little book. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, I love it. This middle page is completely different than all the other pages. Colourful. This is more like a backing page, but it's very neutral, but I love it. I love seeing the back of the heart stitches and my little front page. It's amazing how you can be surrounded by different people and this is what comes out, and then you get off on your own little tangent and then you start to do other things that maybe relate in terms of It's just come into autumn here in Melbourne, so I feel like I started to think, you know, in an autumn kind of way, and then it went light and spring and summery again. And the tag, which is another thing altogether. So I'm glad I haven't covered too much of this cover. I won't be covering that, but what I'll make, I think what I'll do in the next one is think about putting something on, like some laces and stuff, and maybe something in this front cover as well, just to pretty it up a bit. And I'm glad to say I love this sticking up, but I'm also glad that now the book is bulked up enough that it holds the spine out flat a bit more, and it's probably the right depth for you know, how the pages were when they were in it. Like it feels like it's a good well, I guess square book. That's it. I will see you in the next one, and I'll work on the cover. Bye for now.